from the looks of you, you muscled up. Did it make you feel slower at all? Like the thought in boxing sometimes is as you bulk up, you don't feel as fast. Did it make you feel stronger? What was the difference physically?
Hey, listen, man, a lot of people say I'm slow. A lot of people say adding weight, fat, muscle, whatever the case may be, make you slower. So I just told everybody, let's see how slow I am come fight night.
Man, let me tell you, Crawford just dropped the coldest reality check on this whole Canelo is unbeatable storyline. He straight up said Canelo's great, but he ain't untouchable. And I love that because too many people act like Canelo's got cheat codes built into his gloves.
He got great balance. He got great counter punching ability. He got great defense. He got a great punch selection. He got great feints, great power, great left hook, great overhand right. You know, he's a great fighter. So, you know, he's going to bring the best out of me.
Nah, Crawford's like, respect to him, but I see the gaps. And that's the energy you need when you're walking into the lion's den. I mean, Bud was basically giving Canelo his flowers while at the same time saying, yeah, nice garden, but I'm still here to pull the roots. You can't buy that type of confidence, man. It's earned. And I'll be real, when Crawford talks like that, you feel like he's not just fighting Canelo, he's fighting history itself, and he's ready to flip the script on every doubter watching.
Y'all not talking about my performances in the ring, which always should matters. You know, is how I perform in the ring. You know, y'all talking about, you know, you don't have no personality. I'm like, okay, well, that's your personal opinion because you want me to act like a clown. You know, and I'm not gonna act like no clown. I'm gonna act like me, you know.
All right, let's talk about this press conference because Crawford just cooked without even turning up the heat. My guy sat there cool as ice, brushing off size talk like, bro, I've been doubted my whole life. What's new? That confidence, it's not just belief. It's the type of self-assurance that makes you double check if you're even confident about your own dinner order.
Their opinion doesn't matter at the end of the day, in my eyes or in my feelings, because I've been doubted my whole career, my whole life in boxing. So, you know, I've been told I would never be where I'm at now.
And when Topuria tried to sneak in with that first punch knockout talk, Crawford shut it down faster than bad Wi-Fi, calling him drunk like it was happy hour in the UFC. But here's what I caught. Bud ain't giving you predictions. He's giving you a vibe. He's saying, I'll let my fists handle the paperwork Saturday night.
The UFC world, Ilia Topuria says that if you guys ever boxed, he would knock you out based on the first punch.
That dude drunk, you know. Hey, you know, a lot of MMA guys, they drink a lot, so he must have been on that alcohol that day.
That's dangerous energy. And when he laughed off Canelo's muscles don't matter line, man, I was like, careful Canelo, because those muscles might not matter, but Bud's timing does, and that's scarier than any six-pack. This fight feels less like boxing and more like watching two final bosses loading up their cheat codes. I'm telling you now, Saturday's not just a fight, it's a history exam and only one of them gets to write the answers.
Do you think that power will translate up and do you believe you can stop Canelo Alvarez?
I don't know, you know what I mean, if about stopping him, but you know, I'm strong. You know, I never been in the ring with Canelo, so I can't speak on him, but you know, that's why we fight the fight that we fight, so we can figure it out.
Alright, so we just heard Crawford flex his confidence, now slide over to Canelo because my guy is sitting there cool as ever, brushing off all that noise like it's background static. Reporters throwing rumors about Crawford's shoulder, photoshopped pictures, injuries, whatever, you name it. And Canelo, he's like, I don't care, I'm still showing up to cook. That's straight mindset right there.
What's your initial reaction when you look at it and what do you think of his physique?
It's good. I feel happy because, you know, that you realize it's gonna be a good fight. So, and we expect a good fight.
He even admitted Crawford looks good, which is classy, but then hit us with the real line. Don't forget, I've moved up weight too, and I'll remind you on fight night who runs this ring. That's the quiet confidence of a man who's been in deep waters and knows how to swim. And let's be real, when Canelo says, I'll remind you, that's not a promise. That's a threat dressed in politeness.
No, maybe they know, but if not, I'm gonna remind them September 13. I can do a lot of things in the ring, and I'm gonna put everything there Saturday night.
And what I love is he's not even stressing the drama. He's focused on the job, plain and simple. Win by any means necessary. That's a dangerous version of Canelo, because when he's patient and locked in, he doesn't waste punches, he punishes mistakes. Add in that he doesn't buy into Crawford's injury talk, and you can tell he's coming in with the mindset of, healthy or hurt, you're getting the same Canelo.
No, I'm gonna do my job. I'm gonna be patient, do my job, and win, no matter what way, but I'm gonna win.
And just when you think the Canelo Crawford talk couldn't get any spicier, Nonito Donaire jumps in and throws gas on the fire. And yo, I loved it. He basically gave us the cleanest 50-50th split you'll ever hear. On one hand, he's saying Canelo's got the body, the power, and the weight like it's his home address. But on the other, Crawford's rocking the speed, the skill, and that slick switch-up style that makes dudes swing at air.
Crawford is very skillful. He's very talented. He can box, he can brawl, he can do anything. But then Canelo also has that power to neutralize things. But he's always had problem with people who walks or runs around him or moves around him.
Nonito even cracked a joke about Usyk jumping in and making it a Royal Rumble. Imagine that. Belts flying everywhere like Mario Kart power-ups. But jokes aside, what I liked was his honesty. He didn't sugarcoat Crawford's risk. He's like, yeah, Bud's brilliant, but the moment Canelo touches those arms or that body, he might start questioning the whole move up. And you know what? He's right. This fight's so unpredictable. It's the kind of matchup where even legends like Donaire are shrugging like, bro, just grab some popcorn. This one's a coin flip.
So that's the question that we have to, I have to give it a 50-50 because I give Canelo the power, the leverage in this weight, but then I give the skills and the talent and the speed to Crawford. And that's why this is going to be a very, very, very interesting and entertaining fight. And I'm grateful that this fight is happening.
And speaking of legends weighing in, Jim Gray came through like the calm voice of boxing's conscience. Now, I don't know about you, but I respect how Jim shut the whole Crawford's got all the fans talk down real quick. He's like, nah, hold on, look around. This is Canelo country. And honestly, he's right. Canelo could fight on the moon, and you'd still see half of Mexico setting up lawn chairs up there. Jim also dropped a gem when he said public opinion don't matter.
Public opinion really doesn't matter. Public opinion isn't getting hit in the head, and public opinion isn't getting hit, at all. So, all of that really doesn't make a whole lot of difference. But I suspect that there's support for both sides. And if you just care about the institution and care about boxing that I do, this is great.
Because let's be real, Twitter likes don't block uppercuts. You can tweet #Team Crawford 1,000,000 times, but when that bell rings, only one man's eating leather. And I love that Jim reminded us this fight isn't just hype, it's history. Vegas packed, Netflix cameras rolling, 60,000 fans screaming like it's a rock concert. This is boxing finally flexing again. And me, I'm here for every second of it, because when Jim Gray's hyped, you know this fight's about to be insane.
Terence Crawford fights from both sides. And while Canelo has fought guys who, have been southpaws and so forth, they usually don't switch in the middle of the round. So you never know what can happen in these fights. Canelo is a bigger guy, and Canelo, we saw what happened to him when he went up against Bivol.
And right after Jim Gray dropped his public opinion don't block punches wisdom, here comes Bernie Thay Boxer, Crawford's day one guy, flipping the whole conversation into fight mode. And listen, Bernie didn't just gas Bud up, he carved him out of Mount Rushmore. He's like, forget the rumors, forget the shoulder talk, this man's built like an action figure and ready to throw hands. And honestly, I felt that, because Bernie's energy is straight up. We're healthy, we're dangerous, and if Crawford wins, you can't even try to spin it with excuses. That's the kind of confidence that tells me the camp isn't just preparing for Canelo, they're daring him to find out.
You think Crawford's gonna be willing to exchange more than other people because he has that dog in him?
No, I don't mean to be willing to exchange where we trade punches, but
yeah,
I'm gonna be in there long enough to get mine off, and I got my defense to know what's coming back.
Definitely.
I'm gonna stand in there enough to hurt him. I ain't gonna try to punch and run at the same time.
Now here's the part that had me leaning forward. Bernie thinks Bud can actually stop Canelo. Let that sink in. The guy who eats punches like they're breakfast tacos. Bernie says Crawford's going to touch that body, set traps, and stick around long enough to make Canelo feel power he hasn't felt before. And you know what? He might be right. Because Bud's not walking in scared. He's walking in calculated, stand in, rip shots, move out, repeat. And if that game plan works, we're not just talking a win. We're talking one of the biggest shocks in boxing history. history.
If he's successful, 3-time undisputed, what does that mean, you know, for the camp, for his legacy and everything?
Well, that means everybody goes up. That means all our prices is going up. You understand? Our stock is rose even more. But
Alright, so Eddie's out here casually dropping bombs like it's just another Tuesday. He says Boots dropped Canelo 4 times in sparring. Like, excuse me? If that really happened, that's not sparring. That's a crash course in humility. And you gotta laugh, because Eddie dressed it up like, oh yeah, great work, valuable rounds. Bro, if I hit the canvas 4 times in practice, that's not valuable rounds. That's me Googling career alternatives. But Eddie's slick. He knows how to sell it. You walk away thinking Boots is the future, and Canelo might just be looking over his shoulder in camp like, where's that kid at?
Yeah, in my opinion, Boots is a much tougher fight for Canelo Alvarez right now than Crawford is, given his age, given his inactivity and everything. But they're all amazing fighters.
But then Eddie pivots hard, says straight up Canelo has slowed down, and honestly, I feel him. The William Skull fight looked like Canelo was running on low battery mode, like the iPhone refuses to update. Sure, his team swears he's looking like a beast in training, but Eddie's right, when you're that deep in your career with injuries stacked up, it doesn't always translate under the lights. And here's the punchline he calls Crawford 39, says it's not like Canelo's fighting Boots. Translation, yeah, Bud's great, but Father Time already RSVP'd to this fight, and you know what? He ain't wrong. Eddie basically just told us this is legend versus legend, not prime versus prime, and that's the wild part. You still can't pick a side without second guessing yourself.
I think he's slowed down, and I think that's natural, but it might be because of the opposition. I mean, I thought he was poor against William Skull, but let's be honest, he probably weren't that motivated. People around Canelo Alvarez have told me he is looking like a beast in camp for this fight.
Drop your hot takes in the comments. Let's run this debate heavy. And don't ever forget, like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Headquarters, because we're bringing the smoke every single time. See you in the next one, fight fans.